Hello dear students and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be updating you regarding TS MSET counseling dates. What are the documents required? What is the eligibility? What is the fees? How to register? Already in my previous video, I have explained step-by-step process of TS MSET counseling. If you haven't watched it, the link is given in the comment section. So TS MSET counseling for BPC stream, which includes agriculture and medical stream courses, is expected to begin in June 2025. The same month you can expect MPC counseling as well. So the TS MSET counseling involves online registration, option entry, selecting courses, seat allotment and reporting to the assigned institutes. Now, what is the expected timeline? Like in 2024, when TS MSET results were announced on June 11th and counseling started on 27th of June. And in the year 2023, the results were announced on 25th of May and the counseling began on 26th of June. So, based on these past trends, the 2025 counseling is likely to start around June 10th. And it is important to note that these dates are expected and the official schedule will be released by the Telangana State Council of Higher Education. Now, especially for BPC stream, specifically for admissions into agriculture and medical stream courses, there will be around 3 counseling rounds and 1 special round. The counseling fees varies based on your caste. Like for other backward classes like OBC, it is 1200, and for SC or ST, that is the scheduled caste or scheduled tribe category, these are special categories. For them, it is rupees 600. Now, what are the documents that you need to keep ready for counseling? First is your TS MSET rank card 2025, then TS MSET 2025 hall ticket. Your Aadhaar card is mandatory. It will be the main identification proof, okay? So you have to carry it. Then your SSC mark sheet and 6th standard to inter study certificates. So, a study certificate is a paper that says that you have studied in a particular school or college during some particular years of your life. It is used like a proof that you have studied in Telangana or Andhra Pradesh. For TS MSET counseling, you need study certificates from class 6th to intermediate second year. And let me also clarify this that it is not same like your bona fide or your TC. Study certificate is only for MSET or similar purpose. It mentions the class and the year you studied. Whereas a bona fide is a general certificate that says that you are a student of that particular school or college and it does not mention specific years or classes. And a TC, that is transfer certificate, is given when you leave a school or college permanently. So for TS MSET, only study certificate is accepted. So in order to get this certificate, you need to get it separately from each school or college where you have studied. For class 6 to 10th, go to your high school, usually the school where you have finished 10th class, means your last school. If you studied all 5 years, that is 6th to 10th in the same school, then you can get one certificate for all. But if you have changed schools in between, like studied 6th in one school and 7th to 10th in another, then you have to go to each school and ask separately. So you can just ask them that I need a study certificate from 6th to 10th for TS MSET counseling. Please mention the academic years and give it on the school letterhead with seal and signature. The same way you can ask at your inter-college also, but you must check all the details like your name, father's name, classes, if they have mentioned correctly, the academic years, if they have mentioned correctly or not, your name, your address, your school, college name, and most important, signature of the principal of the school or college. And the school or college stamp must also be there. Then the TC is also mandatory. TC you must get only from intermediate college. Then your inter pass memo certificate. Next important document is your income certificate. It's better if you make it. It will help you get some scholarship and some reimbursement. Otherwise, it's not mandatory. Then your caste certificate issued by the competent authority. For other competitive exams, caste certificate is always not mandatory, but for this counseling, since it's based on reservations, so they might ask you to present a caste certificate. Apart from this, residence certificate of either of the parents in Telangana for a long period of 10 years in case of non-local candidates. Means one of your parents has to live in Telangana for 10 years. So that residence certificate you have to make at MiSeva and submit. But this is only for those who are not living in Telangana. For others, they don't need to submit, it's not mandatory. Then, for physically challenged children of armed personnel, CAP, NCC, sports, minority certificates, if applicable. Okay, and residence certificate becomes mandatory for a student to submit only in one case: if the candidate has not studied in a proper school or college, or maybe has done homeschooling, means there was no institutionalized education. Now, what is the eligibility for admission? Candidate should be an Indian national, means a citizen of India. The candidate should belong to either one of the states, either should be from Telangana or Andhra Pradesh. So, if a student wants to go for graduate professional courses like engineering, including technology, then the candidate must have completed 16 years of age either on or before 31st December 2025. Now for PharmD, that is Doctor of Pharmacy course, the candidate should have completed 17 years of age as of December 31st, 2025. So just by getting a rank in TS MCET exam, it does not mean that you are getting admission automatically. So you have to fulfill all these requirements for admissions. If candidates cancel their admission, the authority will forfeit the tuition fee paid as mentioned below. Means if you cancel your admission, they are not going to return the amount you have paid. So after the first phase, after payment of the tuition fee, if the candidate cancels the allotted seat online on or before the TS MCET cutoff date, notified for cancellation in the first phase as mentioned in the allotment order, the full tuition fees paid will be refunded 100% after the final phase in respect to university colleges, and only 50% fees after the final phase and before the cutoff date notified for cancellation as mentioned in the allotment order, and 100% in respect of private unaided colleges. Now, who are the students who can exercise or opt for TS MCET second phase counseling? The candidates who have secured seats but are not interested in joining. Those students who have not secured seats in TS MCET and still got the certificates verified. Those students who have not exercised their options so far but got their certificates verified. The students who have secured a seat, self reported, and aspiring for a better option, means they want a different college, or any other eligible candidate can opt for second phase counseling. So, to be eligible for TS MCET counseling, candidates must have successfully qualified in TS MCET exam, and they need at least 25% of the maximum marks, and there are no minimum qualifying marks for SC and ST candidates. Apart from this, students have to pass in TS Inter second year, means they cannot have any backlogs in first year or second year, it should be completely passed. BIPC students must pass in all the science subjects, and MPC students must pass in both science and math subjects including theory, practicals. Now for the students who want to take admission into BTech programs, including dairy technology, agricultural engineering or food technology, the minimum age is 16 years as of 31st December of the year of admission. For BTech, dairy technology, agriculture engineering or for food technology, the minimum age is 17 years of December 31st of the year of admission. So there is no upper age limit for BTech programs. So, one thing regarding nationality and residence is that one of the parents has to live either in Telangana or Andhra Pradesh This is a must to satisfy the local or non-local status requirements. Now for the candidates who have passed or appeared in Diploma in Engineering from State Board of Technical Education and Training from Telangana or Andhra Pradesh are also eligible. So let us see all the steps now. First step is counseling notification that would be released on the official website of EBSET. The dates and schedule both will be announced. Second is payment of processing fee. You have to pay online during the given dates using a credit or a debit card or maybe net banking. Third is slot booking for certificate verification, means you have to book your slot as per your rank. It is done online only after the payment of the counseling fee. Fourth is certificate verification. You have to visit assigned helpline center on the selected date with required documents. Number 5 is web options entry. You have to choose your college, your course online. This option would be available only for a few days. Step number 6 is seat allotment result. You have to check your allotted college online on the announced date. Seventh is payment of tuition fee. Pay the fee online to confirm your seat after allotment. And you need to be careful with the fees as there won't be any refund as we have discussed earlier in this video. Eighth is self-reporting online. Confirm your joining status on the portal using the allotment order. Ninth is reporting to allotted college. Visit the allotted college with original documents before the deadline. Last is final phase or spot counseling if required. For students who missed earlier rounds or didn't get a seat, dates announced separately. I hope I was able to help you through this video. Students, I do read your comments and I try to clear them through the videos only as it gets difficult to reply to each and every comment. So if you found it helpful, then do mention in the comment box.